Today I achieved a lot and I did find a lot of few things interesting today. So I did not wake up early this time, so I went straight to first period. First period we completed a quiz about reflexive verbs and we as a group team successfully finished it. So like four people, well, three people since one was absent. So second period we did not do badminton today. Instead we just ran and played after. I looked at a golf ball while running and I decided to after once I finished I'll go get that golf ball. Unfortunately enough, as I did call on Shaquisha Nicole, don't I, manipulation, but a few days ago, and her friend too, they ended up calling me the F word for no reason whatsoever. I did not do anything to provoke them other than calling them like Shaquisha and Nicole. And I'm not here to start fights. I'm just here like say like what's going on, like what are you guys doing? No verifiable attacks. There's nothing that I really did. Like why say it? At least what I question why. And I didn't have anyone to play with this time, so I just played with the golf ball and mapped it out. So I played it like a parabola, and like my former math teacher taught us. I mean, any ball that you throw up, it reaches a maximum and then it falls back down. So every single ball throws like a negative parabola. Think of it in that way. So third period, we completed a partner quiz about conduction, and radiation, and it went well. I got most of it done, but my partner, she doesn't speak English as well, so she does use her phone, and I look her genuinely think that as she was translating the questions to her language, I feel like she was also using AI or some other question that answers the thing. Using the guise of not speaking English well for her, she's the only one who can have her phone out, and I think that she was using that guise as a way to then sneak the answers in. I mean, as I said again, this is speculation. For all I know, her phone was on silent and it was on low brightness, so it could have been something else. But or she could have just been really smart. So I'll leave it as questioning for now. But it's still interesting to know because I was able to finish it considering I got most of it correct. If she was not there, I would have gotten about 16 or 15 out of 18, maybe 14. But I mean, we still went well. Nothing really bad happened. So I didn't realize after the end, my math teacher assigns homework. I have two assignments to do, but oddly enough, they still have the same worksheet on both. So I was confused and I decided to start working on it anyway. I finished it up with two problems remaining to bring on to the next period. So fourth period, we moved seats and I still get to retain a seat in the front. I'm not in the same original place, but we completed notes about Gandhi and his revolution of India, and of course why General Dyer opened fire on unarmed Indians. We learned about that, and then I finished up after the notes were done the math for two problems, and I realized both are the same worksheet, two assignments. So I emailed the teacher later on clarification about it on which one to turn in. I then decided to complete the book search assignment for India's revolution that the teacher assigned us, and barely on time, right on dismissal, and I was able to get to lunch. So I talked to the security guard at lunch period about the lip balm and the wind and how why the wind is pretty terrible. Again, credit to the two girls I talked to. You guys are seniors. Interesting conversation. Again, feel free to talk about whatever you guys want to. I promise I'm not going to air out any personal details and private stuff. I'll leave it like that. Anyways, the wind was terrible. My lips could not handle the dryness when it was there. And just the wind that was blowing directly into the lunch cafeteria. Like, oh my god. And obviously for basic manners, before I eventually sat down, I asked the girl, who I don't know, but asked her to politely move a little bit more down on the benches. She talked to another random guy. Anyways, basic manners, so just know that. Fifth period, this is where it gets funny. I bet my teacher 27 cents that the kids would come late. And of course, she finished the joke saying, like, once the kids did end up actually coming late, she said, quote unquote, I have 27 cents. What are you doing, quote unquote? Our line's similar to that. As a kids who do come in late, come in late once again, like they usually do. And the reason that I raise this again, yeah, sometimes people do end up coming pretty late. And then once again, two of the kids right in front of me. Well, there was one boy, one girl, and then two others. There was one in front had a Chromebook fight. So basically, one boy slapped one of the girls' Chromebooks off. The other tried to do the same, and then both eventually fought each other about it. One wanted to try to turn off his Chromebook. He tried to turn off her Chromebook, and then another girl ended up turning off his Chromebook. And then they all had an argument about because it's unfair. He should get to turn off her Chromebook just because she did it to him and slap it back off in return to each other. Another girl in the front turned off the boy's Chromebook like two times in total as he tried to turn off the other girl's Chromebook. The other one, but he failed. The teacher who did end up coming in for help because the boy was desperately asking, he said, quote unquote, oh, what are you doing to my sweet little angels, quote unquote. She's that type of English teacher. She's that. She's chill like that. She didn't really do anything to the boy, obviously. He then tried to negotiate switching spots again to somewhere else that's more distant. And the teacher wanted him to go far back onto a different table, but he said he wanted to go one desk in front. But the teacher said that this girl in the front desk is the worst type of angel. And then the boy made a whole argument on how it is so tactical and how his Chromebook will not get turned off again, and why he was made to stay. Eventually, he was forced to stay where he was. And obviously, a few Chromebook turned off since that boss did end up happening again. But because I was still third hand laughing, I eventually had to hurry up and finish up an assignment that was assigned. Of course, I forgot to collect my 27 cents out of the door as I left, but oh well. Sixth period, I already completed the math worksheet, so I emailed the teacher to see what it turned in. Since both assignments on Canvas are worksheets of the same paper, I'm just wondering where to really turn that into. So I just searched up random stuff in the Chromebook in the meantime, and then eventually I called it a day. So what happened after is that right at the end, I talked to another senior girl as we hit off an interesting conversation. Again, I'm not going to air out every single detail of it. Talked about everyday life and, of course, a random topic of Minecraft YouTubers' evolution over the years. It was a little awkward, but we did it well. Credits to you for watching this in the far, far future. Eventually, my mom picked up and I went home. I then biked straight to the library, the one that's near in my local county, and we had an interesting meetup with a few people who used to be there at my school. So again, hesitancy time took over with these two nursing students I wanted to talk to. They were once at my high school before, but once I did break the fear, they anecdotally confirmed the many things I am struggling with now. Told me about social plate tectonics and what I was thinking of it. It was not a person issue, rather that people love to move around. People like to meet new people. People go around meeting around new people. They said that trying to find stable friend groups, they're ones that won't move around, at least without telling you. It's not necessarily impossible that they say, but they infer that it is very difficult. So the difference between me and someone else who maybe loves to move around is that They're more of a rotator type of friend group, and they like to move around. The thing is that they're the rotator boys and girls. The thing is that I do love to rotate sometimes too, but I'm a continuity based boy. So the difference between continuity boy and a boy who rotates is that I need to stay in a stable friend group in order to find true actual peace and of course stability. But these rotator friends that I have and maybe all do exist, they find peace and stability by moving around and talking to people. These are two different mindsets in clashing with each other. And that's why I'm saying is that they also told me about the Baldy View ROP thing, is that I want to become an EMT one day. So basically, for the ones who are curious, information that I really never knew about, there's apparently a program that happens once a week and out of school grounds, but it's unknown. If you want to take classes, if you want to become an EMT, this is where you gotta start. Go to your counselor next week and ask them about Baldy ROP, CPR training. Just ask them something like that. Eventually, I told them about everyday stuff and the issues that I have been having with friend groups that I was once with before, and that just rotate away without telling me. And one of them in high school always sat alone near classes during lunch eating nachos, and the other, not really much information about them. I mean, to these people, I did raise the issue in that a lot of friend groups that I joined, because my first friend group disbanded, because I had to stop talking to a girl in the library where I could have found stability in, so a lot of friend groups are already established. So it's going to be difficult trying to enter into them. Then a lot of friend groups rotate away. So then again, for a continuity boy like me, I don't know where to go because no one's telling me where to go. And the thing is that it's a way in that this high school and their friend group, since it's fragmented, one style favors over the other, and then the other just gets left behind. Then again, the conversation for the rest went well, all about school. I introduced myself, and oddly enough, I told them I go to the library just to interact with random people, and they told me that they were shy to do that. They told me that I'm not like other teenagers my age, not because I have more status. What I infer is that I am taking a little more risks than others my age want to initiate random interactions, to presume, I guess, live in uncertainty, or to do things and record your life as it is. I mean, what teenager out of any place would willingly go to the library just to interact with people? Let's say someone other than me. That is a question. Other than me who goes to the library, like, who else? What other teen out there would do it? That is accessible to you guys. Like, where are you supposed to find that at? There's a question right there. Because I told them I still go to clubs and I still try my best, and they still gave me a lot of advice about the high school I'm in. They reconnected back with their old years, and another one told me that they didn't really fit in with others. They sat alone most of the time during the lunch period. They felt like being alone was better than trying to talk with friend groups and try to be part of them. Like, they don't want to be part of fake company. They don't want to be fake. And then, I mean, other than that, it went well. I'll see them sometime, and I'm not going to reveal every detail because some things must be kept private. I back home. I mean, this is it. I mean, thanks for listening. And obviously, they did confirm a lot of things about friend groups, and they definitely told me to keep on taking risks, and they definitely inferred me to keep going, meeting new random people, keep making new connections, keep going to clubs, plan to join the club that you want to do what you want. I mean, this is Friday of January 16th. Thank you guys for listening. This is it for the day. And I guess this is something that I would remember for a little bit. Another way that we broke in more fears by interacting with new people again.